a feeling of profound honor that I come before you today on behalf of my party, the Communist Party of the United States of America, as a member and representative of the Hudson Valley Club. Civil rights activist Kwame Ture once said, "The job of the conscious is to make the unconscious conscious."
That's right.
We gather today in somber remembrance of the Nakba, the catastrophe, in order to amplify our voices, our conscious voices, to level that might awaken our fellow citizens. In solidarity, we join in a growing chorus, a united front, to demand an end to the genocide of the Palestinian people. A reprehensible and morally repugnant crime in which we as Americans find ourselves complicit. It is our moral imperative to shake our countrymen from their apathetic slumber, to ring the alarm bells until those who go about their days in the blissful ignorance that our imperial bubble affords us are awakened to the following inescapable realities. We righteously assert that the Nakba never ended, and that while the Israeli state exists as an ethno-supremacist, settler, colonial apartheid state, so long as our nation supports racial and ethnic supremacy, colonization, and apartheid, the bloodshed, terror, and violence will never end. It will only wax and wane. We declare in a unified voice that we identify, acknowledge, and call for the right of self-determination of the Palestinian people. And all oppressed and disenfranchised peoples, nationalities, and nations. We maintain loudly and without reservation that the Palestinian people and their lands are illegally occupied, and by international law, they have the right to use violent resistance against their oppressors.
That's right.
Right.
Finally, we bitterly recognize that the horrors that for the last 19 months have been live streamed into our homes, that are visited daily upon the children and innocent civilians of Gaza, shows us that no children and no civilians are truly safe, while those who would execute, perpetuate, and facilitate a genocide remain in power. We the conscious will not be silent. We the conscious will not be complicit. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine. All right, now I want to hear you say, "Not another nickel!
Not another nickel!
Not another dime!
Not another dime!
No more money for Israel's crime!
No more money for Israel's crimes!
Not another nickel!
Not another nickel!
Not another dime!
Not another dime!
No more money for Israel's crime!
No more money for Israel's crimes!
Coming up next, she is an U.S. Army veteran who has served 12 years and is an active member of Rally Middletown. Everybody give a big warm welcome to April.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is April. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, having served 6 years as a military police officer and 4 years as a chaplain assistant. And I'm a proud member of Veterans About Face and Veterans for Peace.
That's right.
I was a responder to Ground Zero the day 9/11 happened, and watching the horrors unfold in Gaza was very triggering. But I did it to educate myself and to understand what was going on in the world around me and to educate myself. But I stand not before you to focus on my story today, but to commemorate the Nakba, marking 77 years of the ongoing catastrophe that has began in 1948 with the forced displacement of over 750,000 Palestinians. But its roots stretch even earlier, with the British Balfour Declaration of 1917 and the creation of the British Mandate, colonial decisions that prioritized imperial and Zionist interests over the rights of Palestine's indigenous people. During the Nakba in 1948, armed Zionist militias employed terror and warfare